Can a simple change of an engine and a transmission in the same car transform it from something we really didn't like to something we almost don't want to give back? Well, today here on Rumblestrip.NET and 10-Minute Test Drive, that's what we're going to find out. We are testing the 2013 Volkswagen Beetle TDI. One year ago, almost to the day, we had a Volkswagen Beetle with the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder and an automatic in for testing. And it's one of the few vehicles that we've had in that we decided not to do a review on. Mostly because didn't really care for it that much. While all the changes that were hyped with this Volkswagen or the changeover, it still felt like a pure nostalgia play to us. It was not fun to drive. The motor was rather anemic, not well matched with the transmission. The fuel economy was rather mediocre. And it was one of those things of, well, if you don't have anything good to say, just don't say it. There was no purpose in really just coming out and bashing it because, there's a lot of people who like it, and it was a purely personal reason why we didn't like it, and it was just that pure, what felt like us to a pure nostalgia play. Fast forward a year, we get a call from our rep from Volkswagen, who handles our Volkswagen fleet, and he says, "Hey, do you want a Beetle with a TDI?" Okay, sure, let's give it one more shot. Let's see if it was just a certain thing, whether it was us, whether it was a car. So we'll see. So we've got one. So that's what we're testing here. Now, in general, we like Volkswagen's diesel products. They are really some of the best on the market. And normally, they're best equipped with the TDI, with the DSG. However, here we have the 6-speed manual. Well, funny thing, not 5 minutes into driving this car with the diesel and the manual, all of a sudden, we like this thing a lot. I just flat out say it. This thing is a hoot to drive. The combination of all the torque, good power, a pretty good manual transmission, although the shifter is lacking some precision. We've thoroughly enjoyed our week with this Volkswagen Beetle TDI. Not only is it fun to drive, we've thrown it on some off-ramps, going a little faster than you would think you could in something like this. Having some fun going through the gears, but we've also done some mileage trips. And mileage on this thing is better than advertised. The EPA on this is 32 city, 41 highway, and 36 combined. What we have experienced is 38 combined and 47 on the highway. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Now, at $26,000 in today's market, that's really good. That's pretty good value. That's really good value. That said, there is still some functionality to this car that doesn't work for us. And that's just the general design of the car. If this was our decision in spending $26,000 or $27,000, personally, I would go for the 4-door Golf. Just it fits personal lifestyle a little bit better, find it to be a little more functional. That said, definitely see the appeal in the Beetle. Now, the old Beetle, yes, fully fit the stereotype of a chick's car. The new Beetle, not so much. When you look at it on a side profile, you definitely see hints of the Porsche 356. Also, to know that it's not a chick car, our UPS guy, he's definitely kind of a man's man guy. He's a hunter, he chews, he saw it parked in the driveway when he was dropping off some packages, And he's like, how is that thing? They're pretty good. And, he's asking questions like, yeah, I think that looks all right. This is not a guy who's looking for some foo-foo car. He genuinely liked it. And when I told him the mileage with the diesel, he's like, yeah, all right, that's good. So, general public is taking Volkswagen's gist and trying to make this, I wouldn't call it a man's car, but certainly something that's going to appeal more to a male demographic. Fit and finish on this car has been good. This car is red, got the red interior accents with the metal. I like it. I think it works well in here. Heated seats are nice. 3-position heated seats. They come up to temperature reasonably quickly, which is a bit unusual these days. Seems like all heated seats take forever to heat up. And being spring here in Michigan, we've had experiences where it's been 40 degrees. It's been in the high 70s, and today it's actually not raining for the first time in 4 days, and animals aren't walking 2 by 2 down the middle of the road, so we're taking this opportunity before they come to pick it up today where we could finally do this review. The Fender stereo system in here is quite good. This is a 310 watt Fender stereo system. Really good sound quality out of this. It has good bass and full bass, and it's just not like boom, 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 but it's a full sounding bass. The mids are good. The trebles are not tinny. They're actually quite nice. So if you are wondering whether you should tick the option box for the Fender stereo, you should. This is quite good. On the other hand, still not a fan of the interface for Volkswagen's Infotainment System. It's overly complex. The screen size is small by today's standards. I mean, if you have a Samsung Galaxy Note with a 5-inch screen, well, that screen's as big or bigger than what you get here in the Volkswagen. Just saying. Also, the voice controls are rather cumbersome. Trying to make a phone call with the hands-free system, it's easier, especially just to pick up your phone, iPhone or Android, whatever you have, but basically hit the button, say call so and so, and it happens about 9 times faster than trying to use Volkswagen systems. There's also trip computer and some other things here in the center, underneath the speedometer. Not exactly. We'd like to see a few more options in there. Some items not hidden as much as they are in here, so we're talking nitpicky kind of things, but it's a little hard to find some stuff in there where you're looking for either your average consumption. There's no instant economy. The headlights are not automatic on, which we think is a little odd in 2013 on a $26,000 car. You physically have to turn on the headlights. Such a burden. I know, but it's one of those things you just sort of expect. On the other hand, this has proximity key and push button start, which is nice. Like I said, overall fit and finish is good. The ride comfort's pretty good. It is a little sensitive to crosswinds. We're on a highway going from Dearborn out to Ann Arbor, and the winds were pretty strong that day, 35, 40 mile an hour crosswinds, and you definitely felt it in this car. He definitely was blown around a lot, which is somewhat surprising, to be honest with you, but yeah, that is what it is. So let's talk about the performance in here. Now, we didn't have a chance to do any 0 to 60 runs or quarter mile. Just the weather's been goofy. The couple days where it was good, we were slammed with work. And the days where we actually had time, well, it's pretty much been raining for 3 days straight here. And as animals, as we said, walking down the road 2 by 2. It's a diesel. It doesn't rev to 7,000. In fact, about 4,500 is when this thing signs off, even though the red line says 5,000. There is this beautiful wave of torque from about 2,200 RPM to about 3,500 RPM. And what it really reminds us of is a 92 Mustang that we had with the 5-liter and a 5-speed. And it was second or third gear, and you just roll in about 2,000 RPM, and you just ride this wave of torque, and you just was a nice little push in the back. It was fun, put a smile on your face. And that's what this diesel power plant is like. It just has an immense amount of torque. Now, okay, 236 foot-pounds of torque doesn't sound immense, and 140 horsepower doesn't sound, all that great. But it's where it is in the power band. Diesels are great for American drivers because we like driving. We're not high RPM drivers, typically. It's stop and go traffic, shifting early. Just, that's how we drive because it's just how we are. The diesel and the manual are great here. You run up the gears and you just shift at 2,500 RPM and you have torque available. Right now we're driving at about 30 miles an hour, fourth gear at 1,500 RPM, and we can press on the gas pedal and we accelerate. We have a car in front of us, so I can't really accelerate, and we're on a 25 mile an hour road. So, but you can lug it, trying to get some fuel economy or trying to really maximize your fuel economy, but still press on the gas, and the car just doesn't sit there and go, no, wrong gear, wrong gear, wrong gear, and then you have to downshift. No, it just, you press the gas, and maybe it takes a brief moment for the turbo to spool a little bit, and then you're off. You could drive this car in third and fourth gear, no problem most of the day. Rolling down the highway in sixth gear, 80 miles an hour, you're turning, 2,000 RPM. You're getting 45 to 50 miles to the gallon. I mean, it's just a great combination here. It's not a drag race car. It's not a, super performance car. But the power is good. And it actually even doesn't sound too bad. I mean, it's at idle, it sounds like a diesel, a little bit. A modern diesel. Not loud, clack, 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 clack. Just sounds different than a gas engine. But you press on it and it has a bit of a fruity sound to it. I mean, it has a bit of a sporty sound. It's cool. It's great. So here we are, sixth gear, 60 miles an hour, and we are at 1,700 RPMs. You can hear, most of what you hear is ambient noise because of the just sort of an open cabin and a big sunroof in here. But it's, and it's not unpleasant. So we've put more than 350 miles on the car for the week, which, that's not a lot. We've put more on certain cars. We've put much less on others. And we are just under half a tank in this. So that's your real world deal. And that's mixed driving. It's highway. That's going into the city. Just bombing around town, running errands. So, 38 mpg in mixed driving is quite good. And diesel. Some people still have the stigma that diesel's hard to find. Not around here. I mean, pretty much, maybe not every gas station has diesel, but I would say 80 to 90% of gas stations around here have diesel. Also, one of the nice things that's built into the infotainment system is a diesel gas station finder. So if you are in an unfamiliar area and you need diesel fuel, that it will help you find it. The other side is that diesel fuel fluctuates wildly. Typically, at least around here, it fluctuates between mid-grade and premium fuel. Right now, diesel is selling for just over $4 a gallon. And yes, that's more than the $3.59 for 87 octane, but you're getting 30% more fuel economy typically with a diesel. So, does that pay off? Yeah, it does. Is this a whole lot more fun to drive than maybe the base 4-cylinder or some other 4-cylinder? Definitely. Well, certainly better than the 5-cylinder, which is being discontinued from this model, thankfully, to be honest with you. It just is not a good match in here. So overall, Volkswagen Beetle. It's amazing what a different engine and transmission can do to a car. It takes it from something that was, all right, have it back, we didn't care for it all that much, to really fun car. A lot of fun, great fuel economy. Love the fuel economy in this thing. And, they're coming to pick it up in about an hour. And, Golf or a wagon rather than the Beetle? Sure. But could we live with this? Yeah. A lot of fun.